This is the control room of Lantern Recovery.
Good afternoon, Gary speaking.
A 24/7 operation covering some of the busiest roads in the UK.
And the vehicle was rolled over, should we say.
From Mission Control, they dispatch their fleet of wreckers to help rescue anything from stranded vehicles to rolled over trucks.
It's an Arctic, and the brakes.
And they've just had a high priority call come in. A tractor unit and its trailer, carrying tons of frozen chips, has careered off the side of a country road. It's lying dangerously on its side in a ditch, and as the minutes tick by, there's the risk this Arctic could roll over completely. But when the chips are down, you want the most experienced recovery ops on the job. So Sean is on his way to oversee this massive recovery operation.
We've sent Daniel Abbott down there already in the 4x4, just to obviously assess the situation, see what's going on, and I believe we've got Steve Knight heading down there as well.
There are no reported injuries from the scene, and the biggest risk facing the recovery team is the truck's perilous position.
Obviously, vehicles are in a ditch. What can happen is obviously the ground underneath slowly sinks with the weight, and obviously the vehicle slowly leans further and further over until it obviously reaches the point of no return, and then it will roll onto its side.
Sean has over 5,000 rescues to his name, and he's clocked up almost 1 million miles in doing so, proving he's a man that will go the distance whatever the job is.
So for the larger jobs, you're going to need two trucks. Really, you're going to want one to sort of like stabilise the vehicles that doesn't actually roll, and then one to actually pull the vehicle forward and get it out of the ditch. So, but we'll have a look. We'll get down there and then we'll go from there.
He's bringing the Volvo FH480. It can deadlift 25 tons with a maximum towing capability of 50. When it comes to heavy recovery, this tasty number is the whole enchilada. Now on scene, Sean gets a first look at what they have on their plate with this fully loaded Arctic and its load of frozen chips.
She's looking a bit sorry for herself, isn't she? Oh well. So the wheels are barely on the tarmac this side. So she's probably sat on this mound here, just beached.
The trail of the carnage along the side of the road tells the story of how this accident unfolded.
I think he did well, to be fair, to get as far as he did. You can see where he came in, and I think, to be honest with you, he's just kept his foot in it, hoping to bounce it out.
But that's where the scant praise for the driver ends, because he's left the team without any keys.
Do you reckon we could take the steering lock off?
Yeah, you can take the steering lock.
Well, you always could an old DAS, couldn't you?
Steve gets on board to disable the steering lock.
But at the moment, they're just trying to get the steering off. Obviously, if we can't get steering off, it'll make things a lot easier. Because at the moment, no keys, so the steering lock is on. When you're whinging out, steering can be your best ally. Obviously, it guides the truck where you want it to go.
We never used to do this like this back in the day.
During the war.
During the war.
Without the keys, what was already a complicated recovery has now become a nightmare.
At the moment, obviously, there's going to have to be a lot of brute force to try and get the near side tyre off of the ledge.
It's not going to come off, is it?
No, that was probably the bolt.
Ledge.
No good.
Oh, nah.
We are what they call up the creek without a paddle.
Lovely.
I think he's gone through the creek and out the other side.
Yeah.
I reckon he's drowned in the creek.
Yeah. Fair enough, we'll just have to manhandle it then.
The recovery team have a major headache to deal with as they try to solve this roadside riddle.
I think first of all what we need to do, we need to support it. Support the trailer from the back with a strop going up. Then try and pull the front of the unit over. And then see where we stand. But the problem you've got is all that weight in it.
Before they can put their plan into action,
Morning. Go on, catch up.
they need to close the road.
Can I give you your reference number, please?
So Daniel makes a call requesting police assistance.
Yes, please. So all resources are now on scene.
As the team wait for the road to be closed,
Oh well, we're waiting for the old bill to turn up. So while we're waiting, just get a few things set up and that's it.
they start to fix strops and chains around the trailer body
Right, I'll pass you a bit by bit.
that will hold it in place and stop it from rolling over.
So the chain's going to go off. Off the spring hanger. So effectively this, but on the opposite side. It's a very strong structural part of the chassis.
Police on scene.
Got some chips?
Yeah, we've got 44 tonne worth.
They can get to work.
So we're now just going to position the trucks up ready and start to winch.
But this is no simple job.
Worst case scenario would be if we used the wrong sort of rigging, something gave way, and instead of supporting it, obviously as it was being supported, it gave way, the momentum could take it all the way over.
The first part of the plan involves using Sean's wrecker to drag the unit out of the ditch.
We need to get the front of the unit only about 2 foot over, and then when we start to pull it out of the ditch, it'll come up out of the ditch and onto the road.
Sean will hook his second winch cable to a strop that has been looped around the centre of the trailer to stop it from toppling over. But with the weight of the load and the truck's wheels well and truly wedged, things aren't going to plan.
My truck's sliding, that's what's going on.
Coming up, the trailer's cargo of frozen chips are at tipping point.
So I am giving it quite a bit of beans with the top stick just to keep it from coming over.
Mark is taking on a broken horsebox single-handedly.
I'm just going to push it forward. See.
While Michael meets his rubbish nemesis on a busy London street.
Just redefines how much I hate dust carts. Everyone hates dust carts.
On a country road in Essex, the Lantern recovery team are getting to grips with a chippy Arctic.
Trouble is, it's 44 tonne, it's in the ditch, it's got no keys with it. You know, you couldn't have a worse scenario.
Loaded to the max with a cargo of frozen fries.
You ain't gonna be able to eat them.
Oh man, I wanted some breakfast.
They have a massive job on their hands, but their first attempt at shifting this battered beast is not going to plan.
My truck's sliding, that's what's going on.
Sean's wrecker is fighting a losing battle.
It's come over a bit.
No, yeah, it has, yeah.
So we've moved that, it's come over about that far.
But it's not, is that enough angle or not? I don't think it is.
No, it's not. It was that front wheel that makes the ditch. Here. So that when we start pulling it, that ditch will be right straight up in the ditch.
We're just fighting that tyre.
The Arctic won't budge.
Nah, she ain't going to go any further. The problem we've got is she's not going to want to come out of there, is she?
And winching the tractor unit has put the trailer at risk of crashing over onto its side.
Is that leaning more over now or not? Try something else, and we're going to try actually giving it more of a lift and get it over. Meanwhile, while I'm still securing it, make sure it doesn't actually flip.
The longer the Arctic is stuck in the ditch, the bigger the risk of it going over. So the pressure's on for the team to come up with another plan.
I'm going to back up and obviously get Steve in, and we're going to try actually giving it more of a lift and get it over. Yeah, back up in here, lift it, cross.
Right, I'm just going to go and move the weapon. This is the weapon.
Steve will carefully guide his DAF 106 XF, aka the weapon, into position so they can launch a second rescue attempt. This time, they'll use both trucks to try and drag the Arctic out of the muddy ditch.
At the moment, if we was to winch it from where it was, all they'd do is pull it down the ditch, and we'd end up in Epping. Ready?
Working in tandem, Steve's wrecker will pull the unit, while Sean's will prevent the trailer from rolling over.
Top boom up in the air, and that was supporting the vehicle, making sure it wasn't rolling further into the ditch, and also had a cable going to the back of the vehicle, helping it pull it forward as well.
On the second pull, they begin to make some progress.
Right, that's got it.
Oh, yeah.
Inch by inch, the unit is slowly travelling in the direction they need it to.
If you look down there, you can see how far we've actually moved it. Because before, the unit was level with the trailer. So we've achieved what we wanted to do.
This small victory is just the start. It's taken over 2 hours to get the unit this far.
At the moment, the vehicle's got no air in it. Again, it's got no keys to it. So we're going to drop it down. I'm going to fill it up with air to make sure the unit in the trailer's full of air so that we can take the brakes off, because at the moment we're working with the resistance with the brakes all locked on.
With the air supply connected, the brakes can be released.
Ready?
Except there's a problem.
Handbrake's off.
But it's off in the cab.
Unfortunately, there's an issue with the air.
Handbrake must be on.
It must be, yeah.
And the brakes are still jammed on.
We've got an air leak. I mean, can't get the brakes off on it at the moment.
Where the leak is couldn't be in a more inconvenient place.
Resting on the bottom of the drain plug for the tank. Hear it?
We dig out underneath it.
But the team won't let themselves get deflated by yet another hitch.
You've got 2 air tanks on the back of the unit and they've buried themselves in the mud. And one of them's leaking, so I need to dig out underneath it to try and stop it from leaking so I can build the air pressure up fully so the wheels will turn. So this is Lantern, what is it, horticultural department or landscaping?
Despite their digging, this is one problem Steve and Dan can't fix.
Have you done it?
No matter what they try, the brakes won't play ball.
Brakes are on, basically. Because the amount of weight that we're dealing with, obviously if it rolls, it's a lot easier. If you're trying to pull a dead weight that's digging into the ground as you're trying to pull it, obviously you need a lot more force. So then we're going to throw 2 snatch blocks in it. Basically what snatch blocks do is double your pulling force.
By adding snatch blocks into the equation, the pulling power of their winch cables will be massively increased.
All we're doing at the moment is we're working against the weight in the brakes. If I can get it moving, we'll be all right. Right?
This is a pivotal moment of the rescue. If this doesn't work, the team will have to go back to the drawing board. It's an anxious moment.
Shit's starting to move.
We have movement. Not a lot, but a little bit.
It might only be a little, but thankfully for the team, it's enough to get this rescue back on track.
You see it coming up the bank.
I was expecting it to come out quite a bit easier than it actually did. She didn't want to come out.
There she goes, boys. We've now got the front of the units out. The front of the unit is near as damn it out.
After hours of fighting the truck and its trailer, there's some real progress.
I think the trailer's actually starting to do that.
What?
I'm actually bringing it out.
But this rescue is far from finished, as there's a risk the trailer could still roll over. Meanwhile, back at base, some 20 miles away, recovery op Michael is busy using some elbow grease to get his new truck ready for action at their South Mims depot.
It's not part and parcel of the job, it's just pure driver pride. If you've got a lovely looking truck, try and give it a clean at every opportunity. If you're in the yard and it's quiet and you've got a spare hour, just break out the brush.
The new truck's fantastic. Desperately trying not to scratch it. I try and keep it as clean as I can, inside and out. So at the moment, things are going really, really well.
With the pride of the fleet looking shipshape.
Sweat.
Michael's gearing up for his next job, wherever it might be. With 10 years in the recovery business and having clocked up well over 5,000 rescues, he's a man ready for anything the job can throw at him.
If you see a nice clean truck like this put up at the side of the road, you have a bit more faith in the company. We don't turn up in crappy little four-wheelers. They can't do the job. It's a beautiful looking thing, it really is. It's Swedish perfection. You cannot get better than anything that comes out of Sweden. Even Swedish meatballs.
This meaty machine is a Volvo FH Century XL, and it packs plenty of beef for the biggest jobs. It boasts a whopping 540 horsepower, and with a train weight of 90 tons, it's Michael's pride and joy.
Just need a big job now. and we'll see what she can really do.
With his truck still dripping wet, it's not long before he gets a call to put this slice of Swedish perfection to work.
Got a job. Wembley to Wembley.
A 26-ton bin lorry has come grinding to a halt in the middle of a busy London street, causing chaos for local commuters. It really couldn't be in a more rubbish location.
We've got a lovely stinky dust cart, so he's obviously got round his round and had the brakes lock on. Could be anything from an air pipe to a chamber gone. You don't know till you get there, so all I do know is they just stink. There's not one wrecker driver that likes going out to a dust cart. I hate working under dirty trucks. I like to keep as clean as possible. So when you get dirty, your inside your cab gets dirty because your seats get dirty, your sides get dirty. So no, I hate working under dirty trucks.
To further poison his chalice, he's not a fan of the location either.
I don't like going into London. It's too busy, everybody's in a rush, and it's just a horrible place to be. Looks like it's going to be fun, not.
Eventually, Michael arrives on the scene.
So this is the Manky Mobile.
But the narrow residential road looks problematic.
See if we can get past it.
Are you for me?
Yeah, I'm for you. Trust me, I'm not here for the fun of it. Just tell your driver just to turn it on and I will have a look. So the guys have said that they've been driving along and they reckon they've heard a pipe burst, so hopefully it'll be an easy fix.
Michael edges forwards, but there's not enough room to squeeze past.
I'm going to get out and see if I can see what that pipe is and fix it first. We can't get past the dust cart, so I've got a feeling maybe a pipe off a chamber or something, so we're going to see if we can kink the pipe over and get the dust cart moved.
Now with his wrecker blocking the entire street, he needs to get this dust cart swept away as quickly as possible.
Where's the air coming from?
So he goes looking for the cause of the air leak. And gets the driver to help him in his hunt.
Turn it on. Yeah, put it in drive. Just try and move over a bit. All right, no worries.
To make matters worse, the bin lorry's awkward position is driving the locals to distraction. And despite his best efforts, Michael is still having problems working out where the air leak is.
Turn it off. Because of where it had broken down, it was just causing absolute carnage. Tell him to back up, because I'm gonna have to go around the block. How loaded are you? How heavy?
Having squeezed down this tiny street, he's going to have to reverse back out of it.
So we're just going to drive around the block because we can't get past it. All the cars have now moved.
And come at this recovery from a totally new direction.
What I thought was a brake chamber pipe turns out to be a pipe near the engine.
What was going to be a quick fix is now turning into a nightmare in suburbia.
So normally pipes in the engine, 9 times out of 10, you can't fix them or anything.
30 miles away in the Essex countryside, Michael's colleagues are still battling to free an Arctic that's crashed into a ditch.
We've now got the front of the units out.
Having successfully winched the unit clear,
There she goes, boys.
this rescue still hangs in the balance because the fully loaded trailer of frozen chips could roll over onto its side.
She's a lot of weight, and the pallets are stacked quite high up the trailer. So it has got quite a high centre of gravity. So I am giving it quite a bit of beans with the top stick just to keep it from coming over. Just a case of working within our limits, slow and steady.
The team must now painstakingly winch the truck and its precariously positioned trailer out of the ditch step by step.
Go on, get them, take it forward. The first bit was lift and get the unit facing the direction where we want it to travel, and then you'd have to go a good old distance before the actual trailer actually follows it. So at the moment what I'm doing, obviously, I'm just helping the trailer getting it out.
Slowly but surely, they're making progress.
The trailer's actually coming around.
And with every pull, more of the truck reluctantly comes out of the ditch.
I reckon we'll reposition both trucks again, and I think that's it, she'll be out.
Wreckers moved into their new positions.
Mahala! Ready?
They hope to be able to finally pull this truck free.
Come on. There you go, now he's moving.
It might be out of the ditch, but with the truck's brakes jammed on throughout this rescue. So far, they've been relying on brute force alone to drag it from the mud. However, now it's back on tarmac. They need to find a way to release them.
I'm still trying to get air in it. See that back tank, that one there?
As both the tractor unit and trailer will need to be removed from the scene, so the road can finally be reopened after nearly 6 hours shut.
Can't get the brakes off on the back of the unit. Now, whether that's because there's no keys and it's got some sort of a security feature, I don't know. It won't go nowhere if the brakes won't come off.
The only option is for Steve to wind them off manually.
A younger man can get underneath there.
Well, this truck's done its bit. It kept it upright, and it helped the trailer obviously come across.
Come on, son.
With the brakes finally freed, Steve can get his underlift into place to prepare the unit for towing, and then separate it from the trailer.
It's been an absolute nightmare, all I can say.
The unit's wheels have half the Essex countryside stuck in them, so some more gardening is required to get access to its half shaft.
So obviously to tow it down the road you need to take the drive out. No one wants to get underneath, so half shaft's the easiest.
And with the light board attached, Steve can finally clear the scene with the trash tractor unit in tow.
All in all, job well done. Good teamwork from the guys. We all played our part, all did what we needed to do, and we got the job done with minimal damage.
A replacement unit has been dispatched by the haulage company to remove their trailer and its chips.
So yeah, eventually we beat it, it came out. We were happy with the result.
With both the unit and trailer now recovered from the scene, this massive 7-hour rescue is coming to a close.
Bushes out. Now literally we just clean up crews on their way, because obviously there's a bit of a mess.
And once the mud and all the debris have been cleared away, the road can flow freely once again. Coming up, Michael's having a rubbish day out in the capital.
That's London for you. You can see that the road's blocked. You're not going anywhere anytime soon, but I'll still sit behind you.
And at Mark's horsebox recovery, he's having his every move watched by its owner.
I've only had it 3 weeks.
All right, I'll look after it as much as it's mine.
Oh, good. Look after the old girl.
In Wembley, northwest London, on a busy residential street, Michael is trying to rescue a 26-ton bin lorry
Turn it off.
that's come grinding to a halt
All right, no worries.
because of an air leak.
They are not very user-friendly. When they've got an air fault or something like that, they are very hard to get air into. They are just a general pain in the arse.
Michael was hoping to move the truck just enough for him to squeeze past.
Tell them to back up, because I'm gonna have to go around the block.
But it's refusing to move as its brakes are locked on.
So normally pipes on the engine, she can't fix them or anything.
With a quick change of ends around the back streets of Wembley, Michael's ready to take on the second half of this recovery.
So we're gonna lift it, chain it like we normally would. We're not even gonna bother putting an airline on it.
The air leak can't easily be fixed roadside.
Once we lifted it, we're just gonna go straight to winding brakes off.
So he's going to tow it away for repairs.
So these dust carts, you can pre-lift them straight off the front, just because they're so reinforced.
Having extended his underlift into position, he can do a pre-lift to slide coach stands under each of the front wheels, allowing him to work safely underneath.
Might be a new truck, but I've still got my trusty stumps.
his affectionate name for his lifting forks. He really fucking loves them.
These are the best forks I've ever had. They fit 99% of things.
The bin lorry's front axle will sit inside them, so it stays safely secured when it's being towed. While Michael's preparing the bin lorry for towing,
Smells like a week of rotten nappies.
another queue of impatient drivers begins to form.
You had car drivers just being car drivers, so we had to get it moved really quickly. That's London for you. You can see there the road's blocked. You're not going anywhere anytime soon, but I'll still sit behind you. It's all good and well being quick, but sometimes quick's not always the best option. You just got to take your time.
He's been blocking the road for almost an hour and is starting to feel the pressure.
Don't even ask the question you're about to ask.
But he's nowhere near ready to clear the scene.
At the end of the day, you need to do it at a speed you're comfortable with and a speed you know you can work to. So you actually know you've got the job done and the job's done safely.
Michael then changed the dust cart's front axle to the underlift.
Just chaining up the vehicle.
Bin lorry securely fastened to his wrecker. Michael's next mission is to sort the brakes so it can be towed.
The vehicle had no air. For whatever reason, whether that is maybe because of some broken pipes or the air dryer is playing up or whatever it may be, you have to wind the brakes off manually. Brake chamber for the rear axle, because they've all got parking on each axle. So the drive axles, you just shimmy underneath and wind it off, but the brake chamber, the actual bolt is pointing up here, so we have to get underneath and wind them off. It's not very nice.
Michael will have to loosen off each of the lorry's brakes by hand before he can tow it away.
Oh, it's lovely. Everybody's garden mulch. You ask any recovery driver, they say that is one of the worst jobs because the brake chamber's always been one of the most awkward places and they're just very, very tough to wind off. I'm going to try an airline. Because the air's gone, we can't get the suspension up to get to that next brake chamber.
The brakes and suspension are fed by separate air compressors, so Michael attaches an airline from his wrecker in the hope he can raise the rear suspension.
So we tried going into the normal test point that we go into every time with that particular vehicle, and it was having none of it.
With the suspension's air supply also failing, Michael can't raise the height of the wheel arches to give him better access to its brake chambers.
Should not be happening on a brand new lorry.
This is one reluctant rubbish truck. All Michael can do is keep on trying to loosen off the bolts. Until he can free the jammed-on brakes.
I'm just glad it's garden waste and not nappies and takeaways and rotten food and... Just redefines how much I hate dust carts. I've always hated, everyone hates dust carts. It's broken down!
After even more winding,
Probably got things living in me now.
Michael eventually starts to make some progress with this rubbish roadside rescue.
Still a bit more winding off to go. Just blocking the road, puts more pressure on you to get the road cleared. I've wound the brakes off enough to get it out of the way. It's hooked up, let's get it out of the way.
Safely around the corner and out of everyone's way, the trapped traffic is able to pass.
We moved just because we was blocking the road. It was more courtesy than anything else. Back underneath, winding brakes off. Woo! I hate winding brakes off. I will do anything to not wind any brakes off. It is never easy.
And with another test to see if he's done enough winding. Finally, success. After fighting with the brakes for over an hour, Michael has freed them at last.
Plan now, we're going to take the half shaft out and hopefully get it back to Wembley, where we're going to hopefully back it straight in their workshop and then it's their problem. This has been the worst dust cut of all time. I certainly would have preferred a simpler job for a brand new truck, but pickers can't be choosers.
And this is one part of the rescue that goes like a dream, as things are starting to go Michael's way.
All I know is it's on the back. Let's get it back to Wembley before it kills me.
And with this recovery almost going the full length of a football match, Michael can finally clear the scene with the troubled 26-ton trash truck in tow. 90 miles away in Leicestershire, Crouch recovery op Mark Hart is in a philosophical mood about his job.
You know, I always reflect, could I have done it better? I think anyone who does something continually can always look at a better way of doing it, a quicker way of doing it.
But Mark knows that quicker doesn't always mean better.
Very easy to damage stuff and break things, so you don't let your guard down.
Whatever his next job turns out to be, this breakdown guru will be primed and ready for action. As an ex-firefighter, Mark is used to facing the unexpected and is more than used to thinking on his feet.
Hola.
Just a horsebox.
Right, okay. I'll see when I get there. Just send it down and I'll suck it and see.
Thank you.
All right then. Bye.
Bye.
We got a donkey box. Horsebox. Sorry for those horsey people.
We do, in the trade, refer to them as a donkey box. I don't know why. It's kind of a term of affection.
But I think it's in a farm and it needs to be pulled out, so it might be a bit tight. So that's really pleased me, because farms, I associate farms with dirt and mud, and I've just washed my truck. So,
The horsebox is stranded in the owner's yard after suffering a clutch failure. All Mark needs to do is take it to the garage for repairs.
Right, so we're on our way to our next job. It's a 7.5-ton donkey box. The clutch is gone, so I suspect it doesn't drive. So, we'll find out more when we get there.
It's a totally different beast to the trucks Mark's used to rescuing.
Horse boxes are incredibly expensive. I don't know why. It's a lorry with a box on it and they put a horse in the back. A new horse box can be in upwards of £150,000.
And some of the roads Mark is navigating.
Well, I'd be surprised if there is a farm up here, but this is where it's telling me to go.
Are a little pony.
Just the place you want a 26-ton recovery truck, really.
He's riding to the rescue in the Scania R620 8x4. It's a pure thoroughbred and has more than enough muscle to recover this broken down horsebox. It's over 10 metres long, with a height of 4 metres and has a maximum train weight of 125 tonnes.
My initial thought is to rear lift it, but I may not be able to because some have bodies where you can't rear lift.
Mark thinks he has everything worked out.
Breathe in.
But sometimes in this job, you don't know what you're in for until you get there.
Oh, that's a big horse box. Jeez. I won't be rear lifting that. Hey, that's changed everything.
First thing I saw on arrival was the incline coming out, and I knew that was going to be a problem.
I'm going to have to go and look at this and see what... I've got to try and get it out of that road, and it's on a slope, and that causes me all sorts of problems. Horse boxes tend to be quite long at the back, so when you lift them, it's like a seesaw. You lift at the front, the back goes down, which is fine if you're on a level road, but coming out over a hump, you can do quite a lot of damage. Well, I was thinking of a small horse box that I might possibly be able to get on the back off and rear lift it. What we've got here is quite a long horse box.
And that's not the only problem.
We've got very limited access. There's a building there. If that thing doesn't drive, I've got to get on the front of it. And then I've got to manoeuvre it out of here. My initial reaction was, this is going to be quite difficult to get out without damaging it.
The rescue will be done under the watchful eye of its owner, Louise.
I've not touched anything. That is exactly how they lift it. I put it on the lift from the front, obviously, and that's exactly how they've dropped it.
Owners are really precious about their boxes, and I can see why. They're expensive to repair, they're expensive to buy, and you've just got to be very careful. Right, what I'll do, I'll reverse in. I have to come in quite tight. I have to pick it up at an angle.
Yeah.
This is turning out to be no ordinary day.
It looked an easy job, but you just had to put a bit of forethought into how you was going to get it out.
And Mark is really getting the bit between his teeth.
Come on, baby.
For the first part of this horsebox recovery.
I'm trying to roll it forward, jump in it, I'm going to push you. I just want to get it going downhill. And all I want you to do is like steer it as though you're going out.
Yeah.
Okay, so if you let the handbrake off, yeah, I'm going to push. Good job I had my shredded wheat this morning.
To get the lorry gone lame in a better position for towing, Mark will need to put his strength to the test.
Well, I need to get it forward. It's going to be a struggle to get the truck in. So I'm just going to push it forward.
If Mark can't produce enough of his own horsepower to move the stricken vehicle, then this recovery could be a non-starter. Coming up, Mark is still finding the going heavy as he tries to recover the horsebox.
Now I've gone up a hill, the front's come up and the back's gone down.
In a farmyard in Leicestershire. Recovery op Mark Hart is trying to recover a stranded horsebox.
We've got very limited access. If that thing doesn't drive, I've got to get on the front of it, and then I've got to manoeuvre it out of here.
But he's also got the added pressure.
Look after the old girl.
Of the owner looking on.
I'm going to push. Good job I had my shredded wheat this morning.
Before hooking it up to his wrecker, he'll need to shift it into position.
I'm just going to push it forward. See.
But does Mark have enough power to move it? Summoning his stallion-like strength, he gets it where it needs to be. For the rest of this recovery, Mark can rely on his own ride.
I'm going to go and reverse my truck, get lined up, and then we go from there. But the only concern that I have is the back end. The rear of these are quite low, so if you see, I have to go up a slope. And I'm going to have to be careful we don't scrape it along the ground.
I've only had it 3 weeks.
It's mine, all right? I look after it as much as it's mine.
Oh, God.
You just got to pay a particular attention because it's someone's pride and joy, so, you know, you don't want to cause any damage at all.
Went home from a show. The clutch pedal went, hadn't got any gears. And they came and recovered it back to home because it was late at night. It's now going to the garage to be mended, hopefully. Kink where the building is,
Yeah,
it throws you a little bit.
I already spied that when I came in.
He's already spotted the hazards that are there. They got it in, so they've got to be able to get it out, haven't they?
Mark cautiously backs his wrecker down the awkward, narrow drive, moving it into position so he can get to work.
So first thing is standard, we're going to do a front lift. I'm going to give it a first lift so I can get some height on the axle. Just gives me room to get the forks in. The axle's quite close to the floor and it doesn't allow me, you know, once I put the forks in and they're up here, I can't get underneath it, so I give it a first lift. This would appear at this moment in time to be a standard recovery. Never say never, because sometimes it can change.
Next, he gets his coach stands ready to go under each of the lorry's front wheels.
So you wouldn't want to be under that truck with nothing supporting it. If that boom gave way and I was underneath, I'd get crushed. Simple as.
Then he needs to attach lifting forks to the underlift.
I'm going under.
So the axle can be secured for towing.
Right, I'm just finding the best place to pick this up on the axle. Obviously with these little trucks, and they are little compared to some of the stuff we pick up, you know, you've got to be gentle at times. It's not all about brute force. Right, so that's the forks on, and I'm going to chain it, because I don't want to lose it. I'm sure you want your horsebox back, don't you? I'm being very good. I've only called it a donkey box once.
While everything's going like clockwork at the front, Mark's concerned about its low ground clearance at the back.
Can't lift it high, because as soon as you lift it high, the rear of the horsebox is going to start dragging.
Imagine I'm going to go over a hump. So the rear wheels travel over the hump, say a humpback bridge. So what in effect will happen, it will raise the boom. So if you look at the back, say I'm going over the hump now, you see what's happening? See how low it is to the ground? So really, you don't want to have this any higher than you need. It's not going far, is it?
About 4 miles.
About 4 miles.
Horsebox secured to his wrecker, Mark completes the final steps to make it safe for the tow.
Just filling up the air tank at the minute. It's about 4 miles down the road, so you don't need to put an airline on it, providing it's not leaking air.
It's like a Rubik's Cube.
The light board goes on.
There we go, that's done.
Thank you.
Right, I'll input the stuff on the sat-nav. I'll take the donkey box to the hospital. Right, we're ready. See you later.
Bye, thank you.
Before he leaves, Mark runs through all possible hazards.
We've still got the issue of getting out. It's very tight. I've got buildings that are sticking out. I've got a raised slope, which could cause me a problem.
And he's also spotted yet another hurdle he'll need to handle.
Mr. Gnome's just checking the tyre tread. He's all right. I've done that on purpose.
That garden gnome is loved by someone. You don't want to roll over someone's gnome because that's a bad day.
So, with the gnome safely avoided, Mark can turn all his attention to the horsebox. But halfway up the drive, he's worried about the ground clearance on the back end.
Now I've gone up a hill, the front's come up and the back's gone down. So if I carried on doing that, you can break the lights, bend the bodywork and do all sorts. I'm not going to take the chance. I'm going to lower the boom, pull forward a bit more onto the level, and then we can continue on our way.
Mark carefully lowers the boom, so the rear of the horsebox is no longer at risk.
Now, if you look at the back, that's enough to get out. Well, I think that's good. I'm happy with that.
Then he negotiates the final furlong of the awkward driveway. And at last, they're off.
People think it's, you know, it's all about just picking up a truck. Picking it up's the easy thing to do. It's manoeuvring it. It's taking it from A to B without damaging it. And that can be quite tricky.
Next time, newcomer Steve's pulse starts racing.
That's hard work.
And his heart skips a beat.
Can you walk around the front? Yeah, just walk around the front for us, thank you.
Keeping people away from a problematic park rescue.
The problem is the general public don't see the dangers of the winch cable.
Michael has a brush with a car transporter, attempting to shift a lifeless lorry from a 3-lane carriageway.
It's fairly dangerous.
And has Rory bitten off more than he can chew?
Oh. Where did that go?
On a bold backwards manoeuvre.
This is so tight between here.